a super limited budget for my ads. Is there a way to test effectiveness before I start spending money on ads? Well, I mean, what you can do is you can. The reality is that if you know your audience really well and you know that you know what they want, and you know what they're afraid of, then you can kind of start moving toward. You can start using those elements, knowing that you're going in the right direction. So for me, I know that if I'm targeting lawyers and I put up an ad that talks about how to get more law firm clients, and that ad's going to show you how to avoid losing time, how to avoid losing money, how to avoid wasting energy, how to avoid getting screwed by a marketing company, I kind of have a good idea that I'm going to get at least some sort of decent response on that, because I know that's what lawyers want. I mean, I've been doing this for a couple years. I know my audience. I know my clients. So if I do that, and I make sure that I'm actually targeting things that they want, and I'm also including, that's why I love the how-to without statement. It's such a simple statement, but I use that for that's what my book is called. My book is a how-to without statement, but like it's how-to, and then insert the thing they want, without, and then say the thing that they fear. So, how to survive a bankruptcy without losing my house. How to get divorced and move on with my life without losing time with my kids. You know what I mean? Like it just works with everything you're doing. So if you know your audience and you know what they want, and you know what they want to avoid, then you can start right there, because the messaging is the most important part. When you're looking at your ads, when you're trying to figure out, okay, is this ad going to work? The most important thing is the message. So if you have bad messaging, it's not going to work. So you've got to do your homework, and you've got to figure out your target audience. What do they want? What are they afraid of? And then what I typically do, if you don't have a huge budget, you don't have to do any advertising on social media if you provide, or you don't have to actually pay any money for. Let me rephrase this. You don't have to use Facebook ads if you provide value. And there's a very, very simple way to do this, and that's by using your personal connections. And you're not going to do this by going on your Facebook page and saying, hey, everybody, like my firm's Facebook page. You're not going to do that. But what you can do is just provide value for people. So, do it and disguise it as a PSA. And I've given this advice. A lot of times I give the same advice, but it's because really there's only like 5 answers to every question that gets submitted. So what you do is you go on your personal Facebook page and record a video that provides a lot of value for something related to your practice area. So, for example, what you can do is let's say you're a family law attorney. Let's say you're a divorce attorney. You can go on your Facebook page. You can say, hey, everybody, listen, everybody knows that I am a family law attorney, and I want to talk to you about something that just happened to a client of mine, and it's something that's so stupid that I want to make sure that none of my clients or none of my friends or family, because you're on your personal page, none of my friends or family run into this issue because it's so dumb. Anybody can make this mistake, but and then talk about something like my client was going through a divorce, and he went out to, he went on his Facebook page, and he made some joke about an ex-wife. It didn't even specify his ex-wife, but he made some sort of joke about an ex-wife. Well, believe it or not, the other counsel, opposing counsel, is now entering that Facebook post into evidence and is using that against my client. And it's ridiculous. It seemed harmless. It was kind of, actually, I thought it was pretty funny. But if you're dealing with anything, if you're dealing with, a potential child custody issue or potential divorce or anything, do not post on Facebook, because what happens is, now that this happened, I've got to do X, Y, and Z and all that type of stuff. So just a quick little PSA, if you're ever going through an issue, just stay off Facebook, and do me a favor, if you know anybody that could help from this benefit, go ahead and share it. Or that can benefit from this information, go ahead and share it, And what's going to happen is people are going to start commenting and engaging and sharing messages like that when you're providing really good value. And it's not going to feel like a sales pitch. It's not going to feel... have you ever had anybody that's trying to sell you Cutco knives? I think Cutco's sales pitch is basically they try to find college kids, and then they try to get college kids to sell knives to their friends and family, and then the college kids quit, right? I think that a lot of people kind of feel like if they're trying to advertise on their Facebook page, or they're trying to advertise on their personal page, that's kind of how they have to feel. Like they have to feel like, they're salesy and they're just trying to sell people. And if you go on your Facebook page and say, hey, everybody, if you're going through a divorce, call me, then it's not going to work. But if you provide really good value and just provide information, most of the people that are watching this see my content, right? And all I do is I just provide information, and and it gets shared, and people see it and people watch it, and then they want to watch another one, and then eventually they call me and want to hire me. It's the same thing, and that'll happen to you too, and you don't have to spend a lot of money for it. So what you can do if you don't have a lot of money to spend on ads, I would start there, and I would start looking at what are the messages and what are the topics that people are really resonating with. There's a guy named Larry Kim. He's a marketer, and he's like obsessed with unicorns for some reason. I don't know why. But all of his marketing revolves around unicorns. But what he says is promote your unicorns, and that's actually a really good tip. Basically, what that means is he throws a lot of organic stuff out there because he doesn't know what's going to work. And then once a post that he has starts getting some traction, starts getting a lot of comments, a lot of shares, he knows that one kind of struck a nerve. So that's the one that he'll pay to promote. So that's kind of how you do it. So if you have your message and then you're even testing even further using your personal page by just providing value, then that's a really good way to do it. So if you're on a super limited budget, that's exactly how I would do it. If I didn't have any money, if I didn't have $1 to spend on ads, that's how I would do it. I would just start creating content on my personal page that provides value, and then I would go out from there.